Monday, everyone. You're listening to the Monday Morning Learning Podcast Season 2, where we turn every Monday into an opportunity to grow and learn. I'm your host, Ravi, and today we have a special guest, rather a very special guest, who will add immense value to your week, Pankaj Rai for you. So, Pankaj, from what I've learned the last time, you don't like introductions, so I'm not going to try that. We're going to delve directly into the topic. Is that okay?
Ravi, whatever your audience likes, we are there for the audience. So please go ahead with whatever you think will appeal to the audience. I am just a tool.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Pankaj. I've been reflecting a lot on how we as Indians can come together to build a stronger, more united Bharat while staying true to our roots. And with that intent, I'm excited to reintroduce season 2 of the Monday Morning Learning Podcast, a space for meaningful conversations that blend multiple themes, leading to fresh insights and deeper understanding. So with Pankaj, there is one theme which is selected. There are actually 9 themes which I've listed, but he selected one which is youth and direction. Uh, Basic intent was with so many voices influencing young minds, how do we help them choose the right mentors and what exactly is the right direction? So we have 3 sub-themes, Pankaj. One is on navigating the noise, where Pankaj will try identify authentic mentors. We look at the mentor versus the influencer dilemma. We look at finding the right guidance in India's cultural context. The next sub-theme is the right direction, purpose versus popularity. And lastly, we look at self-discovery and inner compass, uh, becoming your own guide. So, Pankaj, shooting the first question from the mentor versus influencer dilemma. Uh, the questions basically around how has social media blurred the line between mentorship and influence? What are the red flags to watch out when choosing a mentor online? And can influencers also be mentors, or are they two inherently different according to you, Pankaj?
Sure, Ravi. And let me just give some preamble. So first of all, my data set on based on which whatever I'm going to share my learning, I should disclose. So two of the data points are in my home, my two daughters who are working and staying at home. So we have conversation with them. I would say there is about 30 data points in my office. There are quite a few young people, 0 to 3 years of experience, I would say, 13 number. I periodically talk to them. And there are a multitude of data sources elsewhere. So it could be my friends' children or some acquaintances' children, because many a time they would ask me to talk to them. And some of them would be in the US or Europe or somewhere else, some of them India. So I'm just disclosing the data set based on which my model is trained so that we know where I'm coming from. Now, coming to your question, I think I will kind of reflect on that question also. See, if you think about mentorship or influencing and things like that, I think it's all it needs a purpose. You can't have a mentor if you don't know what you want. You can't be influenced again if you don't have any idea. And if you don't have any idea, then the mentor or influencer could actually be harmful because without realizing what you are good at or what you need to do, you may get to do something which is not right for you. And we have seen, sometimes you say, "Arey, so and so kid has gone astray because of something or the other." And the reason for that was for whatever reason, they didn't have a point of view and they got, carried away by someone else's influence or mentorship and so on and so forth. So I think the focus I would feel from my perspective for my children or anyone else would be to say, how do we make sure or ensure that they are thinking about what is right for them. I mean, when I say what is their purpose, it becomes like a very big abstract statement, but at least something that they aspire to do. And then in that aspiration seeking, they can utilize the mentor or the influence or whatever. So I think the focus on the goal comes first, and then this comes next. So that's why I wanted to just put that in perspective. Now let's assume there is some sense of direction, or there's something that you are seeking, and then there are these two types of characters, Ravi, that you mentioned, which is a mentor or an influencer. I think everyone can play a role in our lives. I think I don't get worried so much about the word whether it is a mentor or influencer. I think whoever gives us an inspiration or whoever gives us some tools that we can use, they should be good. Now, I would feel that many a time these influencers can actually provide a lot of inspiration because many influencers, I mean, the good ones have lots of followers. They have figured out a way to inspire themselves and inspire others. And that can be a good way to think about, we all many a time get inspired by film actors or larger public figures and all of that. To me, all of us have had quote unquote such influencers. They were not social media influencers, but we have had influencers in our life, they were larger than life figures, and we were influenced by them, and they inspired us to do things, and so on and so forth. So I think an influencer, I mean, I would call, I don't know, I mean, I would call Gandhi as a huge influencer of our times, of our century. All of us were influenced by him. He wasn't the regular influencer, but I would think he was the master influencer of all. So I do think, and he may have mentored some people. He certainly didn't mentor me, but there's a lot of things that I have taken inspiration from him. So I would call that a good thing. And there could be bad influences as well. And similarly, mentors would be people who are closer to us, who know us, and they can give more personalized advice. So I see a role for both of them as long as we know where we are going and how to leverage those advices versus just being carried away into copying them or whatever they are doing. Or the mentor may be not fully appreciating our context and giving us advice based on what their own aspirations were. Many a time, parents tend to become that. They mentor their children in a way that, oh, I couldn't do that, so you should do this. That's not a good way to do it, and that could be possible in any other mentorship relationship. So therefore, I would say that the onus on the user or the one who's going to use this thing is to, one, try and get a sense of where you want to go, and try and not get too carried away by either a mentor or an influencer. Try to parse that advice into their own this thing, think about it and utilize it. Maybe a long answer to a simple question, Ravi.
Thanks a lot.